Today, I will talk about headstand. So, not just this week, last few weeks, I have been teaching headstand in all my in-person classes and in online classes. So, I feel my students, some of you may have gone up for the first time. So, I don't know if you do headstand, it's part of your practice or probably isn't. And today I want to talk about benefits of a headstand, deep meaning of headstand, what is headstand for me, what it means to me. So part of that is very personal, and part of that is a general benefits of headstand. So to start, I just want to read out from a book called The Light on Yoga. It's probably mirror image by BKS Iyengar. It's really one of the modern classical yoga book. And he talks about the benefits of headstand. So he calls headstand as the king of asanas. Asana means postures, so king of postures. And these are it starts like this. Regular practice of Sisasana means headstand, makes healthy pure blood flow through the brain cells. This rejuvenates them so that thinking power increases and the thoughts become clearer. The asana is a tonic for people whose brain tire quickly. It ensures a proper blood supply to the pituitary and pineal glands in the brain. Our growth, health, and vitality depends on the proper functioning of these two glands. Okay, so, and he goes on, and he also lists the following conditions as the condition improves with the headstand. Memory, sleep problem, low energy, lung capacity, cold, coughs, tonsillitis, halitosis, palpitations, constipations, and it improves hemoglobin content in the blood. So really everything. He lists lots of things. So these are the physical benefit of headstand as BKS Iyengar summarizes. I have been practicing yoga for about 30 years, or over 30 years, and probably started practicing headstand maybe after 8 months, 10 months. And when I started learning headstand, I was obsessed about it. I was just at the home, I was trying at the home, at the wall, against the wall, on the bed, lots of places, trying to find a place where I feel quite safe and practice headstand. And going on the head against the wall was relatively easy. Still took a long time, but relatively easy. But after I could go up against the wall, then come off from the wall, so to do in the middle of the room without the wall was quite scary. It took me quite a long time to learn. I was a quite ill child as a child, so I didn't have much physical confidence, and it really didn't help. So one day I asked my yoga friend, who had this beautiful headstand. And I said, so what's the secret? How did you learn? And he said, just smiled and said, daily practice. So that's what I did. And then once I started practicing every day, it didn't take that long before I could stand on my head without a wall. So you might be wondering, but why should I do a headstand? Why is headstand so important? And in one word, it's not that important. You absolutely don't have to do headstand. When I was doing teacher training many years ago, one of the other sort of teacher trainees confessed that she cannot do headstand. And it's not like a yardstick to measure whether you are a good teacher or good yogi or how accomplished you are. It's just a one posture. Some people do, some people don't. But for me, it was a really, I love headstand, and it's really, I love the process of learning to be able to do headstand. So at the beginning, I listed all the physical benefits of headstand from this Light on Yoga book, BKS Iyengar. But I have my personal benefit. So the biggest benefit for me was the physical confidence I gained through learning headstand. So as I said, I was a quite sick child. I was a sickly child. I had a lot of illness, lots of physical conditions. So I was brought up with lots of care and just like almost overprotected by the people around me. So I didn't develop much physical confidence. And I grew up as a child who always reading and not good at any sport. Never picked up for any sport on the sports day, and who's always hiding and not to always faking a sick note from the parents so that I can avoid the swimming lessons. So I really wasn't a sporty child at all. And consequently, so when I grew up, I was healthy by then. I was a healthy adult. But again, I didn't have much physical confidence. So I grew up as a young person, developed a persona of I'm an arty cultural person, and I don't do any sports. I don't do outdoors. So that was me around the university time. It's not that I hated sport and I was well enough, but I just became kind of arty person, not a sporty person. And now I'm completely different. I'm now always in t-shirts, always in leggings, and I'm always swinging my legs around, jumping, dancing. I have become that sort of person. And in general, I develop much more physical confidence. You may think headstand is about ego boosting. It might be true. There might be some truth in that. But for me, headstand was life-changing. So by practicing headstand, I could throw away my old persona of a person who don't do any sports, who are not interested in sports, and became somebody who is physically happy, physically confident. I'm still not like a sports fan. I don't watch many sports other than tennis, and I don't really do any sports very much. Maybe I do a little bit of swimming. I like dancing, but yoga is the thing for me. So if I have time, I want to do more yoga. So I'm not exactly sporty, but I have become a very physical person. I like going outdoors. I swim in the sea, swim in even without wetsuit in UK. So just really opened my horizon. And in the I'm going to go back to that later. So it really gave me, learning headstand gave me much physical confidence and also gave me physical freedom. I feel physically free. And things about body, physical things, is really never only about the body. It's always also about the mind. So as it freed me, so I feel as I became physically more free, I think my mind has become more freer. In this book, BKS Iyengar, he really, this passage about the headstand he writes on, and this is a passage I really, really like. He puts, regular and precise practice of sisasana, headstand, develops the body, disciplines the mind, and widens the horizon of the spirit. So widen the horizon of the spirit. That's what I feel. I feel my horizon is broadened through the practice of headstand and through the other yoga practice. So headstand, you may think headstand is really, really difficult if you've never done it. But it's actually not as difficult as it looks. You need to learn the proper technique and you need to practice persistently. But if you do these things, it's quite achievable for many people. And I think it's really, really wonderful that something which is so seemingly impossible, well, it looked impossible to me, like a stand on the head. Something so seemingly impossible can be achieved in relatively short period of time. And it really makes you think, if you can do with right practice and right technique, then maybe you can achieve lots of other things in life. So that is the reason I really like to teach headstand in the class. Whether you go up or not is not important, but just keep trying, try something new, and just to experience that something so impossible looking can be done. Okay, so I hope I'll see you sometime in my class. If you're interested if you go to my website, Facebook, Instagram page, you can find my schedule. Also, I wrote a blog about the same theme on headstand recently. So if you go to my Linktree link, then you'll find my blog link. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.